So today in the booth with us, we got Santana Must Die, man. How you feeling?
Feeling well, dog.
I appreciate you for coming through, my boy.
Of course. I appreciate everybody in here that invited me over, man.
It's
It's a
pure
pleasure.
love, man. How did you hear about this?
Uh, Cheat Code Beats, man. He
Man, shout
shot.
out Cheats.
Yeah. Shout out to Cheat Code. He sent me a text some time back, and he was like, "Yo, we want to have you in the studio for an interview." Um, I was being an asshole, and it took me some time to get back to him, but I got back to him, and we're here.
You here? I appreciate you for
Yeah,
coming through. Shout out Cheats for being the plug.
of course.
So where you from for the people who don't know?
Originally from Winters, California, 95694, the little city by the big lake, Yolo County.
Okay.
Yep, I relocated to Sacramento maybe 8 years ago out of a bunch of love and open doors that the city has provided for me. So ever since then, I've been here.
That's dope.
Nothing but love. This is my second home, man.
Yeah.
I own
The city's
property
the
and shit
greatest.
here now. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So
facts. That's
yeah,
heavy, bro.
yeah.
So how was it growing up out there?
Small town vibes, man. Small town. Shit. Looking back at it, man, it felt like a movie at times, man. Like those movies that you watch about high school kids trying to go to the house party. It was fun, man. It was fun. It was wild. People are strangely activated out there for no fucking reason. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to hometown, man. It was
Because
nothing
there's
but
nothing to
love.
do or what?
A bit of both. Yeah, there's nothing to do, but there's everything is so close to us. We're attached to lake, so lake and orchards and shit. We had like the small town feel, but then we're not far from Sac. We're not far from the bay. So shit, people were activated, man. It was fun. It was
That's
fun.
dope.
Yeah.
So how was it like growing up out here? I know you said you moved here like 8 years ago, but that's still a good little minute.
Yeah, man. Shit. I mean, I've always been in and out of Sac, just visiting and shit, and day trips, and nothing too crazy. But once I moved out here, man, it was a whole new scene, man. When I moved out here, I got my first DJ residency, and just feeling all the emotions that comes with it. You know what I mean? Like the city shit. Taking an Uber to go DJ in the middle of the week, and act up, and
Right.
the
Turns up in the
CGM
city.
Common Ground Media team adopted me, and that's when I became a part of them. So shout out to them. Shout out to Nosh Boogie, Plus Money, DJ Costa Kid brought me in. My boy Boston, Pilot John, Bleezel, the General. Shout out to everybody who tied me in, man.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah,
How'd
yeah.
you get locked in with them?
I started DJing years before I met them, and then I did a little small hiatus when I went to college, and I stopped DJing, and I started back up DJing, and I started going hard in the paint. Put together this project. Coast, the kid, was going crazy at the time, so I messaged him. I'm like, "Yo, I got a project for you from DJ to DJ. I want to put it in your hands." And then from there, he's like, "Yo, pull up to the lab whenever you want." And then and we got tied in through time, and then homie moved out of the area, and he's just like, "Take my spot at the lab," and he told me that, and I didn't really take it to heart. And then until about a few months later, my boy Nosh gave me a random phone call, and he's like, "Yo, me and my brother Plus need a DJ. And we already know you, so just tied in, man. That's pretty much it."
That's love.
Yeah. Right place, right time, good people. So that's what it is, man.
Perfect timing is a blessing, bro.
I agree.
So how long you been DJing for?
Since I was 12, 13, maybe 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade. So I'm about 15 years, I think.
Oh yeah, heavy in it. You
In
make
it.
music too?
No, I mean, I host mixtapes, and nothing too original, so to say, but I like wearing the crown of a DJ. That line blurs every now and then, especially in the last 10 years with EDM and producers coming up. No, nothing against it, but I just wanted to stay, like, when you think of a DJ, you think of me. You think of show DJ, you think of a mixtape DJ, an event DJ. I wanted to, not define it. I just wanted to redraw the lines and the borders of this is what a DJ is.
Right.
So yeah.
So what kind of music you listen to growing up?
We were speaking about it earlier. My parents had me on old school and rap and Mexican music, a lot of Mexican music and shit like that, man. And then growing up, I always had an ear for music, so shit that would catch my attention, I would just kind of dive into it, man. People are sometimes afraid of letting their mind take them to where it's gravitating towards, you know. So I would hear some punk rock music and I'd be like, that's dope. And I would kind of explore that lane, or I'd hear some rock and I would just hear just different shit that you know. I liked Johnny Cash growing up. I liked a lot of doo-wops growing up, and my parents didn't listen to that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't listen to shit like that. So, yeah, dog, just a lot of shit in general.
If your music changed over the years a lot, huh?
Yeah, man. You know, actually, this last year, I've been on a very big '80s classic metal hard rock binge, man. I just went to go see Kiss like last week, and that was probably one of the dopest shows I've been to in a long time.
I just seen this video them performing. I don't know if it was really them.
Paul's hair caught on fire.
Yes, bro. It was them for real?
Yeah, dog. We caught them a week before, bro. They were going crazy. Like, all the legendary shit you think of Kiss. Bro, the tongue out, the blood coming out, ripping it, going crazy.
I posted that dude's hair getting caught on fire on the Instagram, bro. I'm like, I don't even know if it's really them, but
no, it was
real Michael Jackson moment.
Bro, you know what's dope is that Paul kept it rocking and
kept it going like nothing
patted his hair down. Legend, bro.
Bruh.
Legend.
Talk about the show must go on.
Bro, people cancel shows for much less.
Bro, that really blew my mind.
You know
but
what
he was
I mean?
just going and he didn't even know his hair was on fire.
That's rock and roll for you, you know. As cliche as that is, that's that in a fucking visual.
Real fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. That's dope. That's hella dope. I gotta respect
tight,
it.
Bro.
I respect the wildness in it. You know.
I mean, you got to.
That's why I feel like so much connections are between like different genres of music that people don't understand.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of the same messages just in different languages, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I gravitate towards, man. Is like the wildness over here and the wildness over here just makes sense to me. So, yeah.
So what got you like into DJing?
It's a good question, man. I can't really pinpoint it, but I did have examples growing up. Like, you know, I had a godfather, rest in peace to DJ Big Roy, who was a DJ, and he would DJ all the family functions growing up, and you know, we were the kids in the kid group, you know, just being at the family functions while the adults acted up, and that's my earliest influence, you know, and then I had an older stepbrother who was a DJ as well, and they were really they were really artists about the shit, you know what I mean? They were really on the craft. They weren't there, you know. It was a time before the clout was the high, you know, so they were really in it, and then I don't really know, man. It, you know, it was a long time that happened, and then I became a DJ, because when I became a DJ, I got my first setup and just kind of went for it, dog. Like, I knew that's what I wanted to do.
So how'd you come up with the name Santana Must Die?
Man, there's a few. I mean, the main reason is I went through this dark time. Where I wasn't DJing, man. I went through this dark time, and coming out of it, DJing kind of balanced me out. I was like, I need to lay this, you know, I need to get back on tables and get my mind back right. And at that time is where I started thinking of all this, like, you know, I want to get booked for shows. I want to do all this big shit, where all my mind started, you know, planning the shit. And came to find out, man, the biggest obstacle in your own lane is yourself.
Facts.
You're your biggest enemy. Santana Must Die.
I fuck with that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some real shit.
It's wild, man. Sometimes it's hard to explain to that on the street. You know, people be like, you know, what's the name coming from, man? And I can't just break that down, you know. People aren't sometimes in the right mind frame to hear that.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's really heavy, G.
Yeah.
Because if people were live by that, like...
Bro, you can do anything you set your mind to.
Facts.
As cliche as it sounds, bro. Like, fucking whatever.
Did you have one before Santana Must Die?
I did. It was DJ Cuts. DJAYCUTTZ. And that's funny, man. People don't really know that, but the people I grew up with know that, but it's because, like, I had a fake name, and then one of my friends like, just put a D in front of it, and that's your DJ name. I was like, makes sense to me. Yeah.
So it was J Cuts?
Yeah, that was my fake name, and it was just because, like, you know, that homie was like, we're from the Cuts. I was like, that's true. Right. From the Cuts, man.
So being in Sacramento so long, how you feel about the Sacramento music scene?
I love it, man. They're constantly creating. It's dope, man. Without the Sacramento scene, I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be me. You know, I got like I said, a lot of doors opened up for me out of here. People showed me the way. People showed me different routes. Man, I love it, bro. It's crazy how active it is, and it's still, in my belief, not on as much as people's radar. You know, there's not a lot of people that have the radar and think of, oh, Sacramento's killing, but fuck, Sacramento is killing it.
Facts.
Everybody has a lane out here, dog.
We ain't got our light yet, but we will.
Yeah, and what's crazy that there's been big names that come out from this region in fucking decades, man. There's been a lot of names that come out from here, and I don't know. I don't know.
They overlook them.
Yeah, tied into one banner.
Yeah. It's exactly
You know,
what it is.
we got punk bands coming out from here. We got producers. We got rap artists.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? We got fucking even artists, even musical, even people who aren't musical artists. You know, we got fighters. We got fucking everybody.
Everything.
Chefs. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want?
We got little kids downtown popping wheelies on bikes.
Yeah, we got everything. What do you want, man?
Crazy.
It's tight. It's Northern California for you, dog.
Facts.
Love it.
That shit is tight.
Mm-hmm.
So, who inspires you the most, like, to get up and get going every day? What inspires you the most, really?
That's changed throughout the years, man. This last year, it's been a lot of like closing my eyes and like envisioning what the next goal is. You know, I close my eyes and I see the color of the next whip. You know what I mean? That's what's been the motivation, dog.
Straight up.
It's a lot of focus.
Get to what's next.
Yeah. It's a lot of self love, man, and that's what's kind of motivating me right now. Man. Yeah.
That's dope. So being a DJ for so long, really being into music for so long, growing up in the golden age, do you remember the first CD you ever bought?
The first CD I ever bought, man. I don't remember the first CD I ever bought. I just remember having a lot of access to music. I remember I remember going to the store and telling my mom, like, yo, that's the CD I want, or like...
What was it?
You see, that's the thing, though. I remember having CDs before then, but hitting the store for a specific CD, it was Word of Mouth by Ludacris.
Oh, okay.
It was Andre Nicotina, Tears of a Clown, I think, and also Tech Nine Angelic. You know? It was crazy, man, because looking back at it then, like, I see kids now, what they slap, at that age that I was in 4th and 3rd grade when I was slapping that shit. Way different.
Yeah, they listen to Lil Uzi Vert and...
Yeah, which isn't bad, man.
Cool.
It's different, but it was heavy then.
Yeah.
It's still heavy now.
It's really just crazy to see their change over the years. Like,
yeah. Also Easy does it and licensed to Ill by Beastie Boys. Mm-hmm. My mom was like, okay, you got your stuff, like, here, this is what I was slapping when I was like your age. Like,
tight.
You know, just gave me a little bit. You know, I already knew what they were slapping, but to go into depth into other shit was cool.
It's really crazy to see how music's changed over the years.
Yeah.
I think it's going in a good direction, but some of it is questionable.
I think we need to recognize how big of a platform music plays in people's lives, dog. Yeah. Like, I solely believe that I have some ideas in my mind because of music I heard such early age. You know what I mean?
Why do you think that is? Why do you think music is so important to people?
Dog, it generates thoughts. It generates ideas. It generates a whole way your mind works, dog. You know, not only people are like, yeah, it hypes me up and helps me drive to work. Yeah, right. It does more than that.
Yeah, facts.
You are what you eat, not only physically but mentally, dog. So, yeah.
That is heavy, bro. I feel like music is real important to people on like a real spiritual level.
Right, and that's why it's important to sometimes get out your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what I always say. You know, I'm painting with these colors, and I've seen what I could paint with these colors. Now, what do these colors offer?
Exactly.
What can I paint with this shit? So, yeah.
People just don't like to get out their comfort zone.
People get scared, but it's cool, dog. I get it.
Yeah, I get it. That's life, though. So, do you have like a top 3 favorite rappers?
Rappers? Top 3 favorite rappers. It's tough, man. It's tough. It's super tough. Like, you know, being a DJ, I categorize like, okay, I got my top 3 for nostalgia purposes. I got my top 3 right now, killing it. I got my top. It's hard, man. But you know,
what's the top 3 you pick for nostalgia?
Nostalgia?
Yeah.
Tech 9. one of the first shows I went solo. I was like in like fifth, sixth grade, and I went to go see How the West Was Won and Snoop. I got to see Nate Dogg before he passed away. I got to see a lot of dope shit. That was like my first show where I went solo with the homies and we're like, fuck it, let's go.
That's dope.
Yeah. Damn, man, I know I'm forgetting people, and I know I'm gonna think like, damn, like there's everybody, man. Everybody played factors, man. Outkast was going crazy. Everybody. It's just random like people who pop out. It just depends, man. Just depends. It's my bad. I can't really answer
you
that.
Good. You good. It's all about the vibe. I get it. Because different vibe, different music type of shit.
Right. And then even then, like top 5 artists of mine would probably include like Sublime.
Okay.
It's hard to really.
Okay. I mean? Okay. Not rappers. Let's just go artists. I'm curious on who you got for top 5, like all genres.
I put my personal Sublime, up there. I love just the way they came at music, especially Bradley Nowell, bro. Like that's you can't replicate that music unless you're in that mind frame, dog. Right. And that dude was wild. You know what I mean? Like it's not only drugs that influence, like the way people grow up, like we spoke on earlier, is just, bro. It's I don't know, man. Music gets wild, man. Music gets wild. So top 5 is a tough question too, man. Because everyone's fucking killing it. You know what I mean? Everyone. Now I'm starting to see why the legends are the legends. Why, it's crazy, man.
And you got a big category to stand on. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a real log of shit people can listen to.
Right, because we could say Chenta's top 5. Vicente Fernandez. We could say he's top 5. We could say fucking so and so's top 5. There's just so many.
It's unlimited.
Unlimited, man.
Yeah, facts.
Unlimited. Yeah.
So what kind of what kind of events do you DJ mostly? Like you do EDM, hip hop.
Hip hop. Old school.
Some house party shit.
I mean, like you're asking events and such.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's mainly shit. I DJ. I've been getting a lot of inquiries for weddings and homecomings, like specifically these last few months. My girl throws a lot of events. Shout out to Boss Ass Women of Sacramento and Celia. They throw a lot of events. A lot of community organized events. I used to do clubs and stuff. I used to do residencies, but I'm a tour DJ, man.
Oh yeah, you outside.
I was doing a lot of tours, man. Pandemic literally I was in Detroit when the pandemic popped off and locked down. I thought I was gonna get stuck out there.
You DJ for anybody big?
Yeah. I mean, so what it was is we did about maybe the last 8 months right leading up to pandemic. I was on tour with Larry June.
Okay.
And so I was DJing from start to finish. When his DJ got on, shout out to Dame, got on, I would introduce them and then, let them wrap up the show. We also did
in the green room.
Yeah, lightweight. I like to go to the bar. At that time, I was going to, I like to hang out at the bar and just fucking drink and enjoy the vibe, or just get out the way, man. You've seen one, you've seen them all, but it's cool, man. It's grateful to be in different cities by the craft, for the craft. You know what I mean? What's
the craziest thing you've seen traveling, DJing?
People showing love, dog. Like the amount of love reciprocated. I wouldn't say it was happening then. The love was shown then, but what's crazier about it is that I was just, on my way here, I received a message from somebody I met at one of my Atlanta stops. We go to Atlanta pretty frequently and such, and then also New York, man. I haven't touched down New York, but I got people that will message me and be like, "What's up, man?" Just tapping in, and that's probably the craziest thing to me, man. Is that the impact that you leave on people, man. People have hit me, and it's crazy, man. Just the impact. That's the craziest thing. Tight, man. Wild, man. Yeah, wild, because I'm just like you. We're just people, dog.
What's the best advice you've been given?
Fuck, that's a good one. It's a good one, man. Shit, man. Life is short. Just go for it. Go for it, dog.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Nobody, get rid of that ego sometimes. And, it's nice to, know who you are, but get rid of that, dog. Build on yourself. Shit, it's just you. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
Not in a way of like, it's just, it takes a village. It for sure takes a village.
Most definitely.
But fucking go for it.
How you feel like the internet has impacted the music business?
it's kind of hyperinflated it, to be completely honest with you. It's done wonders. It's helped out business. It's done everything positive, but it's also hyperinflated it. Um, I'm a big believer in preserving the craft.
Right.
You know, if you're gonna get into it, dog, go ahead, man. If you're gonna get into it, please get into it, but just do it with the intent of representing the game right.
Right.
You know, we got enough people out here not doing it, and it kind of like just hyperinflates it and brings value down in other folks.
Facts.
You know, but you know, again, you know, it doesn't have to be that serious. You want to pick it up as a hobby, man, just enjoy that shit.
Everybody got their own lane.
Yeah, enjoy that shit, dog.
Somebody's gonna listen to it.
Exactly.
That's what I tell people all the time, bro. Somebody's gonna listen to it. Doesn't matter if it's 10 or 1,000,000.
Dog, and you know what's crazy is that, like, you know, it's all about perspective, man. So some people might say your music is shitty, but that shitty music might inspire somebody down the road that's like, I love the carefree of this,
right?
You know?
So that might inspire some real gold to come out.
Dog, I'd be listening to some cuts from like 1983 from some band nobody knows. I'm like, these guys are fucking reckless, but it inspires me to be reckless.
Facts.
Yeah, tight.
You need that inspiration.
Yeah.
That's dope,
man. Yeah.
So what's like you did any like DJing events lately?
Yeah. I just I did a bunch of private events. I did Together Live Art. I was hosted by the Together family, which is Boss S Women of Sacramento, Jose and Tyler. So shout out to them. It was hosted at OPB. I had a few, you know, the team and I, Common Ground Media, had a few tours booked up, and they got pulled because of COVID.
COVID's just killing everything right now.
Yeah, man. I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? So, and then during pandemic, I was dropping like these video vlogs called Inside, where I would feature artists that I've met along the way somewhere, whether you know I had my people from Buffalo on there, my folks from Portland, Seattle, Sacramento, everybody that I've met on the road, who had some record. You know, I would break the record and then I would shoot my own visuals to it, you know, usually cutting it up and going crazy on the table. So
okay, so you do more than DJ.
Yeah. I mean, I shoot my own shit, you know, the way I want to, you know, when it comes to like visuals and stuff, I definitely direct and storyboard my own shit.
That's dope.
You know, and then I got to team up with folks who hopefully see that vision and are able to be malleable along with myself, you know?
Right.
If we can both work, then we can both work, man.
So what's next for you?
Man, to be honest with you, I've been doing a lot of me time. I've been loving me extra hard, you know. So DJing, you know, I just got into real estate, so I say that to say this: I'm trying to open up more time so I can dive into the craft harder.
Facts. So
I can put more energy, more financial backing, more me in it. And then also, I'm enjoying my time, dog. I want to have more off time so I could do whatever the fuck I want. You know, I've been getting into. I've been shout out to my trainer, Coach Shallow and Shallow Boxing and Lionheart System and Puma. You know, I've been getting into a lot of physical fitness and that's opening up a bunch of doors. Like what can I do next? And that leads to, you know, that led to like the real estate shit, man. And that like it's just
getting everything together.
Yeah, man. So I'm just trying to right now. I'm on this building phase where I'm just trying to build a better future. Where, like I said, where I do whatever the fuck I want.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that's all to add to the DJ game. You know, I got a few projects on the way. I got events coming up. You know, so you know it's
stay tuned.
I'm about to hit the gas on people. I'm just getting myself together. You know.
Facts, bro.
You know, and then you know I was talking to Cheat Code earlier, and it's just more about I'm trying to work less for more, and not necessarily in the financial way. Like, I don't want to do events right now that aren't going to be fun or interesting. They might be great events, but if it's not calling my heart, dog, I don't think I want to do it.
Real life.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I appreciate you for coming in, my boy.
Of course.
Talking to the people.
Of course.
Spreading the word.
Of course, man. Of course.
You want to give your fans one message before we get out of here?
Thank you to everybody who's always been supporting. Thank you to everybody who's always been a positive factor, you know, whether it's saying hello or handshakes or just, you know, enjoying your time and you know, in my presence and such when I'm DJing, man. That's all it is, man. And if I could give a quick shout out to, again, Common Ground Media, the whole team, CGM, the Monopoly, Boss Ass Women of Sacramento, Celia, We Are Sacramento. I'm not too sure who else I might be forgetting, but you know, everybody, man. You guys here, Soundbite Studio, City. What's it?
City Sound.
City Sound. I was gonna call it City Co. City Sound. Yeah, everybody, man. I appreciate it.
God, appreciate you for coming through, G.
Of course, man. Thank you.